It was great.
He makes fun of her for sitting on his mom's truck.
Yeah, it's
and
like
just got his I just forgot what
got
they were
new
called.
shocks.
Shocks. And he goes, no, Riley, no, don't sit on the tailgate. And she goes, why? She's like, my mom just got new shocks in my truck. And she ran right up to Tyler and knocked the shit out.
She took her truck back on the pipeline run before. She went like 80 down the pipeline through my boys. Sideways, trying to miss trees. Wasn't happening.
She chased me and Ashley. Well, she chased me on foot. She chased her.
She chased me in her truck. Reared in my boat.
Your little diesel.
Yeah. Told me she was going to stick her boot right up my butt. 13. I think that was her favorite saying of all.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, that one too. But the other one had to be. She got a stick bug.
Did it?
13.
I think it's funny as shit though is whenever she can like straight up put the biggest pinch of snuff in her mouth, bigger than anybody.
Any
in the
man
school.
I've ever seen in my
Anywhere.
life.
She's a beast.
We missed her.
Like, if you could say one thing to her, what would you say?
Was that before or after I punched her?
Yeah.
Like right now, like if you could say one thing to her. Like
I just wonder why. Why she did it.
Why she did it? Why couldn't she just come up with this?
Fucking spit block. Boom! Take out the can. Fucking drink a 30 pack. Oh yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I need more.
Yeah, I'm ready for another 30.
At my house, she drank a whole bottle of Crown, and my mom just bought that bottle the night before.
She used to do that. If you were a good friend, she'd come to your house, pull up a chair, and you get her. Wouldn't even ask.
You wouldn't even ask, man. My ass is over. Come in.
That's never even raised the speed limit.
I remember when me and Brian were all in bed after we like showered and got blood all out of her ears. We all laid in her bed, and she kicked every single one of us out there. We ended up sleeping on the floor that night. She kicked me on my own bed. No, she didn't fart it this time. She just like kicked us out, like literally kicked us out of the bed.
It was just so funny when Tyler would fuck with her, and she'd come right back and just kill Tyler.
Hey, like one time me and Tyler were riding with her to go to Overalls. She freaking came in there sideways.
I only came everywhere in sideways. There was never
She
a
thought she
straight
was doing
line.
her every time she got behind the wheel.
That day she chased me and she was at Oklahoma.
She had that.
And just so happened to wave at her and she
Speaking of
got
this
up in
big
her
papa
truck
right there.
about I was gonna stand up at your coffin and I'm gonna be like, this bitch.
Oh, you're recording all that? This bitch.
When she's dying, I'm gonna be like, this bitch. Boo boo bitch.
This
you
bitch
boo.
right here? Oh, I don't know.
Wait, we should stop recording.
Tell you what, you tell my story about the watermelon, I'm gonna drop kick you right here. That's
Want to bet?
my story.
nobody said the story yet.
Alright.
You gonna say it?
Actually, don't tell the story.
No, you already started.
gonna say it,
You
Clint?
already got it.
I know.
Nobody said it yet.
I'll let
Come on, tell it.
I don't know, man. It's just,
Hold on. Still recording?
I
Okay,
don't
go.
even know. It was like, it was
Closer,
terrible.
closer.
It was the best thing. She come up to my work one day. I was up there working. She come up in the produce section, had that damn basket. Had that thing lined with paper towels, man. She come up there, hey, can I have paper towels? I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, Riley. Take a whole thing off the shelf. I mean, a whole big old pack of paper towels. Line that basket up, girl. Go get me a watermelon. I'm like, dude, what? She's like, go get me a melon. I mean, Snappy, come on. So I'm pumping on them things. I'm like, that's a good one right there. She's like, alright. Go buy it for me. I'm like, what? I'm like, I gotta buy you the watermelon too? She's like, did I start? I'm like, no, fine. Walk over there. She's like, they're like, what are you doing by the watermelon? I'm like, my friend's hungry. They're like, she's gonna waste it. I'm like, no, she ain't. Just wait, you'll see. Took that thing, and she's not gonna cut it up for me. I'm like, what don't I gotta do? I'm like, you can't cut up a watermelon, you can go home and eat it, right? She's like, no, why you think I did this? I'm like, damn girl. Just take that whole watermelon after I come cut it up. She ate that whole thing, man. juices all over the floor. I'm like looking for cones, man. I'm putting cones up around the buggy. I'm like, there you go, Riley, stay in the barrier. I'm like, just get between the lines, you know what I'm saying? Man, she's eating that thing, she's spitting the seeds on the floor. I'm like, Riley, you ain't dipping, you're eating a watermelon. And I'm like, I gotta pick that up. She's like, I know. I'm like, that's not funny, you need to stop. My boss come by. What is she doing? I'm like, she's eating the watermelon. What's it look like? He was like, you're gonna clean that up. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make her clean it up. She done did it. She got me saying that too, done did it. I used to not say that. She's like, you done did it. Right, them dumb old people. Them dumb old people. I'm like, she's like, you see them rednecks? Them dumb old people.
Couple pound words together, make them
No, dumb old, like dumb old.
dumb old.
I'm like, where did that come from? She's like, I don't know, it's the cane ass sandwich. So there we'd all be laughing, man. It was terrible. Remember, she'd wait up at the daggone parking lot, her and Mindy. Wait in the parking lot for 4 or 5 hours, man, wait for me to get off work. Just be sitting there, and every time she'd have her arms crossed, you done yet? I'm like, I still got 5 minutes. 1, 2. I'm like, they don't count. I'm like, 5 actual minutes. She's like, 5, you done? Come on. I'm like, I can't leave early. She's like, I've been sitting in my truck for 3.5 hours. You can leave when I say you leave. I'm like, she's like, where's your boss at? I'll go tell him. I'm like, you ain't telling my boss I'm leaving. Shut up and sit over there. What'd you say? I'm like, nothing, Riley. I'll be up 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Where's your time clock? I'm like, leave it alone. Just stop.
She's gonna break it.
I know she's gonna go in there. Boom! Like break the thing off the wall.
You're off.
I know. He's off now. You can't even punch out. You're getting paid for 3 days. It's gonna keep running. Every time I come out too, man, Heart Man to Love will be blaring on her radio. Play that song every day I got off work, man. She'd be sitting out there right next to my truck. I mean, if somebody else, Flex Week, it was the funniest thing. We come here during Flex Week. I parked my truck in the front row every day, backed it in. If somebody parked next to me, she'd come out, is this your truck? Yeah. You need to move it. Riley, I ain't kidding. Your truck can move it. I'll run it over. I'm like, she ain't kidding, dude. She gonna run your truck over. She gonna tie a strap and drag you out. He's like, you ain't gonna do nothing. Sure shit, man. She pull out that strap. Come on. Get in this truck and leave it. She back her truck in right up next to mine. She'd stay out there for 8 hours, man. I'd have class all day long. Sit there in that truck, sipping on iced tea from freaking McDonald's.
Hell yeah, everyone used to work there every day.
Every day.
Sweet tea and a Sprite every day. It's like, I'm tired of seeing y'all when y'all come through here. It's like, I ain't tired of seeing you. I'm here every day.
This is what she used to tell me too. I'll be up for food for it every day until my papa quits giving me money. I'm gonna eat watermelon every day if I feel like it. Like, good Lord. There was always some kind of mess. Either she'd be dipping, put in a big old freaking dip.
No, it wasn't dipping, it was half the can.
Oh, no.
Go all around her.
No. She'd have a dip in from here to here. I mean, the whole day go. I'm like, Riley, it wasn't even a spit. It was a like, run down.
You can hear the...
You could hear it splat on the ground. I was like, Riley, that's nasty. I was like, I quit dipping. She was like, I don't care. I'm like, oh man, good Lord, know that you did more than my papa. Nasty. My papa put a whole can in his mouth. Like a daggum chimp at the zoo. Got it all packed in there, squeezing on his lips. It's like, just hurt your stomach just looking at it. Dude.
Make you want to puke.
She'd sit there, sip on that iced tea with that dip in her mouth, and swallow it. I was like,
That made my
oh,
stomach
God.
every time when she did that. Every time. Her and Brian both would do it. They would have, the whole can would be just for them for that 1 second of the time.
My stomach hurt when she drank. That girl could down some of this. Oh my God.
Me and her used to sit at my house and do that, man. She'd come over crawfish. Get out the way! I'm like, dude, really? Chill. Get out the way? I ain't kidding. What? What, Riley? What? burp, man. If she hit you in the face, it'd probably knock you out. I'm like, oh my god. Take your breath away. She burping in your face. Wouldn't even say excuse me or nothing. My bad. Just get out the way next time. I told you move. I'm like, all right, fine. Either that
Or she'll
or y'all
bark
gonna-
and she'll be silent and she'll just walk away casually. Just,
No. My favorite, dude. We'd be sitting at the house eating dinner, okay?
And she'll just
No, we'd be sitting at the house and she's like, oh, I think I'm full. And come up next to you and like your shoulder
She'll
would be
fart
right there and she'd be like, like fart on your shoulder. You were like, oh my god. Run away. I'd
you
be like,
gotta
run
go, you
across
gotta
the
go take a
house.
walk. You got enjoy that fresh air. Like that.
I know, she's like, you smell it? You smell it? It's gonna linger there for a while.
You might want to move away.
And then she's like, you smell that? Oh God, no. And she'd even be running. That was a bad one. I swear, her and the dog could have competition. The dog be sitting there and burn. I'm like, the dog. Oh no, that was Riley. Oh.
Have me come out of class and pull you out of here. Go get Clint. Go get Clint. I don't want to go get Clint. Go get Clint. I want to see his sexy butt. Riley, you pull me out of class and go get Clint. I'll videotape you after I videotape Clint.
And she's like, oh, Clint's first. Clint is first. All the time. She's like, oh. She's like, yep. How you doing?
I was
How
like-
you doing?
I was like, Clint didn't even win that. I don't care. I want to see Clint. I was like, you don't want to see me? I'll see you later. I want to see Clint. I was like, God, Riley, it's Clint every day. You don't shut up about Clint. Well, he's sexy. Okay, Riley.
Her and Tasha be pulling me out of class. You got anything to say to the camera? You got anything to say? I'm like, Riley, I don't know what to say. Just talk.
Here's Riley up
Just
here.
talk.
So, Clint.
So,
Clint, how did you do that day?
How'd you do? I'm like, say something. Come on. I'm like,
Nah, she
I don't
was-
know what to say.
She towered over, so she was like,
I know. It was
so,
like,
okay, what you gotta say, Clint? What you gotta say? What you gotta say right now?
well, we lifted a lot of weight and we did good.
I don't want no more.
No, she was always like that much taller than me. Look it up. Let's go.
I remember one day I pissed Riley off. I was like, Riley, I'll squat you. She's like, what'd you say? I was like, I love you, Riley. I love you. And she just pat me on the head. I was like, okay. Okay.
I remember she's always telling me, we need to go fishing. We need to go fishing. Well, we're going to go fishing. I don't care. You tell me. We're going with you. I'm like, all right. We'll go fishing. She's like, where are we going? I'm like, you think I got an answer?
And she made everybody laugh every day.
Every time, no matter if you were crying the next day, she'll laugh.
Even if she was in
She'll make you laugh till you cry. And if you weren't laughing, she'd come lay on you and tickle you until you almost
And
bent
that
on
Lee
yourself.
about that. Lee gets killed every day.
I know.
Poor Lee. He's that big around.
He's that big.
140 pounds soaking wet. She just goes, boom, drop an elbow on him.
No, I'd be laying on the couch watching TV, laying on my stomach, looking at the TV. Come, backbreaker! My back would crack like 6 times all that. I was like, oh my god, I can't feel my back. Did that feel good? I went, no, I can't move. I thought it felt good.
I don't know what it is. Like,
And then she'd pinch you.
she's just amazing. Good friend.
That is so bad.
I used to have a
She
dream
could
about
pinch.
this thing.
Oh god.
I had a purse
She
this
has a
big
big
for
old
her
finger.
when
She's
she
like,
did that to me.
just twist.
It was terrible. She put you right below the butt too, man. It's like, you're like,
That
oh.
hurt.
When you said the fucking daggum knot was in there, man. You had a daggum
I think
frisbee.
the
It's like,
funniest thing was is that
oh man, god dang.
I think the funniest thing was if she didn't like you, she let you know, and that was just so funny to watch. She was just like, "Oh, Riley don't like her. I'm gonna go watch this. It's like entertainment at school right now."
You should have saw me chase. She was chasing Coach Harris. Coach Harris even backed up. He was like, oh, I don't want
When
none of
she
that.
when she hit the back end of my car, I started crying. I said we need to call 911 right now because there's no way we're gonna make it in the house.
Nah, she would took her big old paws and boom, knocked that dent out.
It's funny how she was so open with people. she even care what she says. Stupid ass nigger.
Y'all gonna say something
She
back.
go off on
Yeah,
you.
you gotta edit that out.
Yeah.
Riley, that's Riley.
But she could back it up. She was 6'2". And it's
No.
mean.
I'm like,
That's the
Riley,
lumberjacks
I don't
walking
care.
out. What's up? You wanna say something?
No. I love it. I love it. If she didn't like it, she come up. What? Then she'd have them hips just to go in that hand, like right there, like grabbing her belt. What? What'd you say? I'm like, I didn't say nothing, Riley.
That's
It was
what I
him.
thought.
It was him.
Oh, really?
I'm like, I didn't say no.
We were all at my cousin's house, and Riley was sitting there. My little cousin, he was about 16, and these people just come up to him and just like start pushing him. Riley was pissed off. She went up there and she was like, "I will kick your ass and put your head in the culvert if you don't leave my little
Put your head in
cousin
the
alone."
culvert.
It was horrible. Those little kids went off running. Like, they were scared. Like they were like, "You can't."
Wouldn't you be?
No, they were
They just don't even mess with Riley. They do. Shut up. They
My
don't.
mom was scared of Riley.
Telling Riley what she can't
I
do
know.
is like,
She can
Just
manhandle
love it.
anybody.
No. I think the scariest thing about Riley was her driving.
Oh, yeah.
I kid you not. I went to Roadhouse with that girl. You know them old shit bars? Man, I was loving that thing.
Try riding in the back seat and having all this. Oh, in the middle. This way,
Start going
and
about
the
60 down the pipeline too, like 4-foot mud holes.
And then you're going like
No, stop
go.
signs didn't matter to Riley.
I know.
Stop, no stop.
Boom.
I made her
No,
mad.
her grandma asked me about that. She's like, hey, since Riley's not here, how did she get that dent on her front bumper? I'm like,
Oh, no.
I don't know.
I think she got mad and kicked it.
No, I was like, I don't know.
You got mad
She's
at
like,
push?
how'd it happen for real? Just let me know. I was like, she could stop sign. She was like, how do you hit a stop sign? I was like, you're asking the wrong person. I didn't hit the stop sign.
Riley's a pro.
Riley is a bro.
If it could be hit or broke, she did it.
Yeah.
It's like, that can't be broke. It's unbreakable. Let me see it. How did you do? No, that's titanium steel. Not no more.
Got your little souvenir balls. I'll have
That's
them.
aluminum pool.
I mean, look, she made me feel it. For me, I was like, Riley, please.
If she needs you,
Let
she'd
me
break
get
your
my eye
nose.
back.
Boom.
And I think I was to her hip line. That's how small I felt.
I felt that little. I'm like, I'm a pretty decent sized person, you know? And she was like, goddamn hips all locked in, big old chew in there. So I was like, oh my God.
What I do
If
wrong?
she gets mad, I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I can't hit a girl. I was like, but is she a girl? Like, that's a big girl. Like, she probably hit me and knocked me out.
That's she was a bear.
Clint,
I
I
know.
think she got all your totals in one.
I know, man. She's like, I'm a powerlifter. I'm like, you ain't even got to go to the meet, you know? Just about walk up to the door. They're all going to run away. You're going to get first place no matter what.
I take the boys and the girls platform.
I don't even think it was fair to be on the girls' platform, but to be
Probably
honest
make
with you,
Daniel Miller look like shit.
Oh, man. She'd always tell me, I don't care if he pick up 500 pounds. I pick him up and throw him on the ground.
She can lay.
I bet she could. She threw me up against the side of her
don't
trunk
you
like it wasn't
ever.
nothing.
She scared the crap out of me one night at workshop. I pissed her off when she walked in and I said, "Excuse you."
Oh,
She called my
I
phone.
remember.
She called my phone and said, "I will drive my Dodge right through that window and I will run over."
That was on her birthday.
Yeah.
I was there.
I know.
I was there. That was the night that
She
Tiffany
told
kicked
me.
the waitress.
She told me she's gonna run me over to her truck.
and the worst thing you could
I
ever
believe
do-
it. You know how
I'm
she drove
sorry,
there?
Riley. I was kidding. I'm sorry.
You know how she
That's
drove
what I
that night
thought.
going there?
That's what she said. She said, "That's what I thought." She's like, "Okay, have a nice dinner." I'm like, "Okay."
And don't ever.
She would begin that
I remember when you walked in the door and they're like, "Do you know who just walked in?" I was like, "No, Ashley." I was like, I was thinking my ex. I was like, who cares?
I was with Leanna too that night.
I know,
Leanna
that shit
showed
was
up on
good.
her face.
I know.
because she wanted
They
to-
wrote it on Facebook. Hey,
Yeah,
we're going for my birthday. We're going for my
She told
birthday.
Riley that it was my fault. It was all Leanna's idea. I was like, "Right, I got you. I'll cover you this time." And then when she told me to run over, I was like, "It was all Leanna. It wasn't me."
Don't run me over.
Run her over.
I'll be at
Don't hit my car. Please don't hit my car. I just got it.
It's just a bug. It's never done nothing wrong.
Then she married
gonna be a
hated me. I
super
was-
long video.
So, but it's just.
My teacher's gonna be like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "I went to the counselor, and then I made a movie." Right, what kind of movie? About? Yo, see you later. You gotta be 18.
The worst thing you can ever do is interrupt her while she was watching UFC.
Yes.
Oh,
She do it on you.
She be watching. What? Nothing. Oh,
Nothing. I'm sorry.
No,
Run for your
no,
life.
Oh,
no.
you're studying, you interrupted me. Tell me.
Don't ever try to race her in her vehicle either.
Never. She will blow that truck up trying to win.
Yeah, jumping in my pom-pom out me a new one, but I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
No, she tell me if I can't beat you, I'll run you off the road. You don't slow down. Don't you dare slow down. She's like, if you beat me, you better not quit. You better go until you run out of gas. I'm like, oh man. I remember I beat her one time. And it was just because she got stuck at red light. Because if not, my truck would have never beat her.
No, she had that Dodge Ram V8 in.
I know, man, she had that big old motor on the truck. She could stomp on it and squall them tires, man. I was like, she'd always be like, I'll buy you a new truck. I'll buy you a new truck. That thing's a piece of crap. It's a piece of crap. I'm like, don't you dare knock on my truck. I'm like, you drive a Dodge, I drive. What's up? She's like, you drive a piece of crap. I'm sorry to tell you, you need a new paint job. You need this. You need that. I'm like, what don't I need, Riley? Tell me how bad my truck is. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I was just joking, but never mind. Tell me how bad my truck is.
Brian had his truck, and this one was like Lynn's. It's all messed up. I mean, not
Brian
offense
who?
to your truck. I love your truck.
Don't hate on my truck.
Especially your little pony, okay?
Talk about my phone.
Hey, that pony's
There were spots
good.
missing paint.
We'll sell that pony after this.
There were spots
Oh.
of paint missing.
You ever
She
take
just
out a
took
Bumblebee?
green spray paint. The truck was white and just
Oh, yeah,
spray
that was-
painted the whole hood of
That's
it.
the shit.
And she
Riley stole Bumblebee. I'm talking like Bumblebee, like bottom of the truck set like this high on like 44 Super Swampers. Yeah. Don't ever go to the bathroom and let Riley have a big old truck like that in her vision. Yeah, right. No, I'm sitting in the bathroom right there, my business. All of a sudden I hear my truck go. I'm like, oh no. Man, I'm like, don't wash my hands. I'm like, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna walk outside. My truck's gonna be blowing up. Oh no, I walked outside. My truck was gone. I mean, like G-O-N-E, gone.
You can hear Bumblebee from a mile away though.
I heard it in the back of the neighborhood,
Yeah, you just
and
keep
then I heard
going.
lights and sirens coming, and I was like, oh god, I was going to jail. I jumped on my floor, and I was going. I was like, Riley, the police, come out! Wow! Her head smacking the top of that truck. Boom, boom,
It is so
boom.
small.
I mean, jumped over a culvert. Hit a culvert. I'm talking a full concrete culvert, man. Jumped it. Like, whoa. Broke a freaking tie rod. I was like, how am I going to explain this? I'm like, you just broke my truck, Riley. She was like, I don't care. It was cool. Did you see it? I'll do it again. I'm like, you can't do it again. You won't even drive. We sat there. We parked that truck at our neighbor's house for like 6 days while I was trying to save up money to buy a new freaking tie rod. I was like, are you kidding? We didn't even get to go mudding. It was just a 10-minute rally thing.
Yeah. The 10-minute ride thing's long.
It ain't
10 minutes, too much.
It's not 10 minutes anymore after all.
What neighborhood is it
In the back of Timberland where they do like
That's where we
construction.
all go mudding, just back there. And just, you hear that thing?
Where we buried it out? Yeah, she went through
Dude,
it.
we got stuck from 4 hours just working our ass off trying to get that big something. We broke a 4-wheeler, a lift kit, and a
Dodge Ram four-wheel
Ram.
drive. My uncle's that sits like this tall with like 38s on it. Yeah. Broke the whole front of the drive shaft out and everything
Yeah.
for the whole four-wheel drive. Just fell on the floor.
Brian King broke his
Brian Taylor.
That's my cousin.
Brian Taylor, he broke his
Yeah.
lift on his truck.
He broke
like
his
he
lift
would,
kit out.
he was stupid. He was like, go, I thought you said go, bro, go.
I hit my head on the steering wheel like 8 times. He was gunning it. Whoa.
Because he was like gunning it real hard. He was like, boom, boom, because that truck like hit the chain. And we were like, no, stop. And he kept on going. He finally got it out. And we were like, what were you doing?
I was saying no, and he's like, I thought
But
you said
go.
I was like, oh no. He's like, say when. I was like, go, go, go. I was like, oh man, my head.
I yelled at him for so long for that. I was supposed to get that truck, and he
That
broke
white
it.
one?
Yeah, the white
Oh,
one.
he tore that thing.
Yeah, he tore it up. I was so mad at him.
No, the funniest thing, me, Riley, Brian Taylor, Matt Starcher, we're all sitting there. We're all sitting there and everything. Matt was drunk.
Before,
And so was Brian.
what's,
Matt
all
and
right,
Brian
that's
are
not
both
even
drunk.
the story.
That's not a story. That's just
Oh no, Riley, me and Riley were hanging out.
Yeah.
Matt and Brian came down to my house and they were hammered. They were like, dude, we're gonna go mudding. I was like, you can't even drive. He's like, I know. So
Who's
he was
alright?
like, I can't stay on the road, but I can hit some dirt. I was like, alright, whatever. We loaded up the four-wheeler in the back of Bumblebee. Riley was like, I'm gonna ride the four-wheeler. I was like, we're going down the street. You can't ride the four-wheeler. She's like, yes, I can. I was like, Riley, get in the truck. I can't even get in the truck.
Hell no, me either. I had to get an ice chest and
We had to do the
hop
same
up
thing
in
for her. We took an ice chest. I'm talking 65 quart ice chest, man, like that.
That's how I got on. I stopped on it and then
She
you had to
stepped
like
up on the
hop in
ice
it.
chest, grabbed us out of the truck, threw herself up in there, almost ripped off the stairwell, grabbed it, trying to push it. I was like, Riley, I'm driving. She's like, no, you're not. She's like, if I can't drive the four-wheeler, I'm driving the truck. I was like, whatever. So we get in the back of the woods. She's like, what's this thing in? I was like, drive? She's like, no, ding dong, it's a two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I was like, you're the driver, you tell me. She's like, oh, it's a four-wheel, how we can go through some good stuff. I was like, no, you put in a four-wheel low. She's like, all right, fine, how you do that? She's just trying to chirp gears, man. You can hear it grinding. I was like, no, stop. Whoa! Throwing Brewster Taylors from the front and the back. But I'm like, chill out, stop. No, just chill. Sit down, throw it neutral. Put your foot on the brake, put it in, put it in reverse, and go forward. She's like, all right, fine, she did it. Man, I tell you what, we almost climbed up over a backhoe. A tractor. I'm like, how do you find a tractor in the middle of the woods? Most redneck thing I ever thought of in my life. It's kind of like that dorkfish thing, but whatever. It's like, where'd the tractor come from? No. We're sitting there, she's mowing trees down. I'm talking trees. Like full-grown trees, like 20-some-odd foot tall. Hitting them with the front bumper. I'm like, oh my God. You're tearing my truck up. It's what it's made for. It's a big toy. I'm like, all right. If it had wheels and a motor, she's going to tear it up.
My papa bought a new one.
My papa get me one.
My papa, and you're like, okay, Riley. Your
I'm like, but Riley, this ain't your truck, it's my truck. Your papa ain't going to pay for my truck.
He's gonna
Like,
think,
this is
sorry,
mine.
son.
He's going to be like, I'm sorry, she broke your truck. Did y'all have fun? Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
For a
then.
whole 5 minutes before it broke. Then it was real good. You know how fun it was getting it back home? It took 6 hours to get it a mile.
Hell, dude, that was the most exhausting night ever.
It really was like a mile from my house. It took 6 hours. It's terrible.
That's why
Probably
when we
3
got stuck,
trucks.
She's so gone. That's so tired. Like 2:30, if that.
2:30.
2:30.
How much time you got left record for that thing?
We're gonna be out here forever.
How long have we been doing it?
It's like so many stories.
You just-
30 minutes.
When you talk about someone you love and miss, you just, there's no time. You just,
Yeah,
I
there's
know,
no
man.
time to
There's no
explain.
with Riley. She got so many stories.
There's
to
so
do.
many-
She would
there's
like
stories
yell
that-
at you at first, and at the end she'd be like, all right, I missed
Oh, yeah, all right, have birthday.
Oh, she could be the meanest person on earth, man, just screaming at you like with all her might and towering over you. I mean, like vessels popping out of her face, just screaming, just pissed off. And then out of nowhere, oh, I love you. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Call me, text me.
Or
I'm
if,
like,
if she knew she were pissed off at her, and she would be so nice, like,
I
walking
know.
around. It's like, how you doing?
One
How's
time
your
she
day?
chased me. I was texting on my phone. She was talking to me. She slammed my phone. She said, "Look at me when I'm talking." I was like, "Okay, Riley, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She said, "That's right." She chased me. I tried to hide behind the boys, and the boys were like, "I don't want none of that either." I went behind Coach Harris. Coach Harris backed up. He's like, "You on your own." I was like, "Oh."
I remember, like, it was like the second time I ever hung out with Riley. It was me, Brian, his girlfriend, and some other chick. I was already sitting there, and I was already crying. Brian's already yelled at me, and she's like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "That thing did it to me." And she looks at him and goes, "You did that to that? Get running, because my boot's going up your butt now." I've never
If
seen
she
my...
didn't catch you, she'd be somebody that can.
I've never
That's
seen
what
my...
I'm saying.
I don't think...
You better be able to run everybody when you're around Riley. If you can't outrun Riley, she gonna get someone.
I don't think like
small place.
I don't think she'd ever like really hurt you. I think you just scared the daylight.
No,
out of
she
you.
Riley will hurt you. She hurt you if you
She
just
hit me one night. Oh, we were at Everett's house, man. she pinched me in the back of my leg, and I come up and I pushed her, and she fell on the floor, and she's like, that hurt my butt. I was like, Riley, I was like, you just shook the whole damn house when you hit the floor. How'd that hurt your butt? I was like, you hurt the house. She got mad. She's like, what? But she ran back, man. She hit me in the chest. I thought it stopped my heart. Oh man, she hit me.
Just ask Tyler Brubaker about that. Every time he breathes, he's.
Yeah, he still his ribs. He's like, man, my ribs still hurt.
Did you hear that story?
No.
Oh my God! So they were all at Tyler's house, and his mom got new shocks, and Riley popped over the tailgate about to sit down. He's like, no, Riley, no. She's like, what? And he's like, my mom just got new shocks. So she run up and boom. And he's like,
He's on the ground going.
I think he cried that day.
He did cry.
No,
Riley, no, my mom
I
just got
had
new
to
shocks.
punch me, man. I ain't even gonna lie, that girl could hit. It felt like a grown man hitting you. She put all her weight into it too, man. Just like step into it. I was like, oh my God. I didn't want to sit down, stand up. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to breathe.
Cry and go home.
I wanted to breathe.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll go home.
Oh no, if you were a sister around her, she's like, you puss. That's what you are. I got a bigger dick than you. Everybody does. She's like, you're a bitch. She's like, I got a bigger dick than you. And she walked off. And if you said anything, she'd come back and she, what did you say?
Nothing.
Nothing,
Riley. Nothing.
I didn't say nothing. She's like, that's what I thought. You need to grow a pair. A real man would have said it again, but you're not a real man. And I'm like,
She touched your manhood.
I know. And she pissed me off on purpose. You're like,
It's like if I wouldn't get my ass kicked right now.
Riley, if I was a girl for a day, I'd knock you out. She was like, but you're not. But I still knock you out. Keep talking. What? No. You're getting so mad, but you lowered it death, you know. You just couldn't stay mad. You'd be mad for about 5 minutes, and then y'all be laughing again.
Hey, well, Austin texted me. He said he'd be here today, but he wants me to tell y'all that he misses Riley and that she was the big country and
She was truly the big
she's
country.
good and that he misses
Big
her.
R.
That's big
He
R.
said, "Rest in peace, Riley."
He's got a flag at his house that everybody needs to sign.
Yeah, but he's signed the first big up compliment.
To my awesome home.
Yeah.
He got a big old flag.
Remember all them pulling up, Leanna, Austin, and them. I was working on Johan's truck. And they pulled up. She's like, what you doing? I was like, working on the truck. She's like, what's wrong with it? It's broke. She said there. She was like, what's broke on it? I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. That's why I'm working on it. She's like, you're a crappy ass mechanic. I was like, Riley, not everybody's perfect. She was like, I am. I was like, you ain't perfect. She was like, say it again. And man, I was like standing in between her front bumper and the bumper of that truck. She's like, I will squish you. Say I'm not perfect. Say I won't. I was like, you're not. And I jumped up and I was like, I stood up on her hood. Man, she was that far from hitting the front end of that truck. I mean, freaking half an inch. She'd have squished the crap out of me. She was not even joking. And she was like, you better be glad I love you and you're smart. I was like, I love you too, Riley. And why do you mean am I smart? She's like, because if you wouldn't have jumped up on the hood, you'd be laying there. I was like, yeah, no.
That's what I
What get you
do.
thinking too? And then you'd be sitting there thinking like, she could have really just washed me.
But the truth is, if she didn't fuck with you, she didn't like you.
Yeah. If she didn't
She
mess
didn't
with you,
mess
she
with
didn't
you.
like. She messed with everybody.
I think she hated everyone before she started loving them.
She didn't
I
like
don't
you.
know.
She
Yeah.
hates you.
I don't know. Me and
Yeah.
Riley never had a spot where she just like did not like me.
Well, you're special.
I never had a
I
problem.
know. Hey.
You're special.
Do you remember that homecoming game? She came up and I think she was mad at it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone cleared. Everyone said,
Oh.
"Who is that?" We heard it. I was like, "Dang, who's that noise?" I
Me
was
and
like, "Oh,
Reagan.
Riley. Oh my God."
Me and
We
Reagan.
partied. We were gone.
Me and Reagan were fighting that day at the football game. Me and Reagan were talking crap. I said, Riley. I said, I'm getting mad. She said, what's wrong? I said, she says, I got this.
She came up there and I was like, "Oh man, what I done did?" I was like, "Oh
What I
God."
done did now?
I was like, "Oh man," I was like,
And then
I can't
I was-
move because if I run, she gonna find me. I was
And
like,
I
she
was
probably
sitting
gonna
with Officer Rootman. I was looking up at the bleachers and she says, this one? I said,
So she bent down. She said, "What's going on?" I said, "Nothing, Riley. I promise." She said, She sat down with me. She's like, all right. She's like, I don't want no drama. I just came up here to watch the game.
She come back. I said, I took care of it.
I remember at the Porter versus New Caney football game, I saw Riley from behind. I was like, Riley! Ran and jumped in her arms, and she just held me up high. I was like, okay, put me down. Put me down, Riley. Put me down.
Like a crane, she has to like, she's like fucking so tall up there. It's like, hold on, let me put you down nice and soft. Don't want you to hurt
She
yourself.
carried me. I remember she carried me one night from like the front door of my work all the way to my truck. Carried me like wedding style, man. Like had me like up like a little baby. Man, I felt so helpless too.
She's you at the mercy of her right there. She can just lock you, just boom, drop you.
No, it was hilarious, man. She sat me on my hood of my truck. She carried me out there, put me on the hood of my truck, and just. It was terrible, man. I just felt so bad. Her and Mindy were sitting there like, And I swear, if Jessica wrote something on my truck, oh, it came off. I swear. If Jessica wrote, I love Jessica, love baby girl, or whatever, oh, Riley would go in to Food Fair, buy a bottle of water and some paper towels, rub it off, scrub it off, get it, like, buy shoe paint in the store, and Riley, I love Riley, hard man to love you a lot, XOXO with like hearts and kisses and all kind of stuff. Man.
Riley used to get me to do mean stuff to your girl in your ex. And how many times? Don't beat Jessica's butt. I don't like her. Well, I gotta do it because I told you to. I was like, why I gotta do it? Because I told you to.
Yes, Riley.
Yeah, Riley.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the only thing I could say.
Yes.
Oh, all right, I got
knew
you
if
now.
I try to outrun her, she'll try to knock me in the back of my head, and I'm on the floor. That's the only thing I could do. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Riley.
Yes, ma'am. I got this. I'll be back.
I'll try my hardest.
And she's like, you need to get them to break up. I was like, Riley, I don't play Cupid. No.
Like it.
That's all she did. Click, click, click.
You asked her to see soon today. Going to see Clint at Food Fair.
I remember the first time we met.
Hey, Riley. Hey, Riley.
Don't you do that?
You
Yes.
do that, Riley.
You know Clint? Like, yes. You
Oh.
tell him that I like him.
Tell him I said hi.
Yes,
You going to
yes.
Food Fair? Tell Clint I said hi.
Did you see him today? That's the first start of the conversation. Did you see him today?
No.
No.
What class
Well, you
he
need to
in?
go find him. Okay, Riley. And don't text him where you at.
Hey, Austin Hall's got a memory. He said, a memory of Riley, let's see, a lot of them aren't very appropriate, but one of my favorites is when she made me and Lee Tolson ride in the back of her truck through Roman Forest flying a rebel flag, and we almost got pulled over, so I stood up through her sunroof and flew it. Hello. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. If anyone wants to go, it would be nice for a lot of people to pay their respects. The viewing is at Friday. It's going to be 5 to 8, and the funeral is Saturday at 12 at Rosewood. If anyone wants to go.
I say
I
is
think we love
Riley.
to say we love you, Riley.
You're a good friend, even though I've known you for a short time. You've made me laugh so many times. You've had my back, and I will always miss you.
Brenda's a friend. She has so many people that
She has
love her.
so many people that love her, and
A lot of people that miss her. So just keep her family in her prayers. They're her really close friends.
she'll never be forgotten.
Her stories will be told to our kids. Her stories will be told everywhere.
Tell you,
Everyone
30
in this town knows
30
Riley.
years down the road, man, kids will be like, what happened to you in high school? I'm like, son.
You know,
You
Riley,
know.
Almost got
You
my
don't
ass
even
beat by
wanna
the
know.
6'2" girl. You wouldn't
let me
believe
tell you
it.
about your Aunt Riley. Come on, sit right here. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story, too.
I'm like, well, see, there's this girl named Riley.
it all started with Riley. That's how you
Google
came.
it up.
Google
You should be there.
Go look on YouTube. You'll see Riley riding a four-wheeler going through a pipeline with a beer in her hand going, how you doing?
Thought you seen
Oh,
a scary
my
movie.
God.
Wait till you meet Riley and she's mad at you. You ain't seen nothing.
I'm like, you think you seen your daddy mad? You should have met
Riley's
Riley.
mad. She'll be missed. New Caney won't be the same with her.
You didn't know manners. She taught you manners. Yes, ma'am.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am, to her.
please.
You said yes, ma'am, to her, but she dang sure didn't say it to you. She's like, what are you doing? You better tell me now. It was no, please tell me, no, thank you, no, nothing.
You better
All
tell
right.
me now.
You better. You want to get beat? Huh? You got a problem?
Always using her head. You want to get... You better tell me.
She'd always cross them arms.
That's when you know she was serious. So, Clint, you better tell me what's going on.
She was mad. You know them arms would get crossed real quick. What
She
are you
wouldn't
talking
even drop
about?
her stuff. She'd do everything with her stuff in hand. She had books, everything.
I don't even know how she did it.
She'd be carrying everything. Like,
She have a daggum backpack on, a daggum duffel bag, her big old powerlifting jacket that she never powerlifted. I never got that. Why did she have a powerlifting jacket?
Look at her. She can powerlift
Dude,
anybody in this
seriously, you
school.
probably thought I wanted to stay. Nah, Riley would have killed me before I
I
got
don't know,
there.
it was hilarious.
Austin said he loves her and he loves everybody that came to the interview today.
Love you, Austin.
You might have wanted to stay, but you'll be shit to me. Yes, ma'am. I think that was the last thing she told me when I ran up to her reporter. Hey, Riley, I ran state. Congrats. You might have wanted to stay, but you'll be shit to me. Yes, yes, ma'am. Now you going back to New Canaan. Get your ass out of here.
I remember whenever they split the schools, she was so upset. She's like, I don't get to see Clint no more. I don't get to see him every day. What am I going to do, Granddaddy? And he'd be like, I don't know. She'd just be so upset about everything. She'd go, what about all my friends? They're splitting up the rednecks. They can't do that. I'm like, Riley, are you serious? You going to have rednecks? No. It won't be the same. There's a bunch of Mexicans in my class. I'm like, dude, what? She's like, I don't like them. They don't even talk English. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, we were sitting in English the other day, learning about Romeo and Juliet or something like that, and they was talking Spanish. Well, I thought we was in English class. It's America. She's like, have you seen our flag? It's not green, white, and red. It's red, white, and blue.
If she wouldn't care, she'd tell it to your face.
yeah, them dango border crickets.
She them
would
dang old
always
border cricket.
Say that. She would say that
This
like
is
we.
definitely not going on the
Yeah.
Eagle vision.
Hey, you know the video we
Members,
can
we
keep
got this is the Riley. This is our
This,
what
yeah,
the
this is
teachers
the
were.
Riley.
I know.
This is just her. This is how we knew her. You know. No
I know.
matter.
Some of the teachers knew Riley. She
Yeah.
didn't care what you thought.
I remember,
Teacher would be like, Riley, you do your work? Shit, miss, I ain't doing that for dumb people.
I remember on the
That's
phone,
down.
Riley was telling me a
Down.
story how Riley got in trouble in the class, and the teacher was like, get out. And I was like, she just stood over the teacher like it was nothing.
She'll tell you
I was
what's up.
like, it's like, Riley, you getting the write-up. She's like, what the piece of paper gonna do to me? And ripped it up.
I know.
I was like,
Ain't no one
that's
got
Riley
nothing to say
for
to
you.
me.
She ain't take shit from nobody.
I remember she'd be in class and they'd come in, Riley, you need to go to the office and hand her a little pink slip. I ain't going to no office. Go sit back down. I'm like, Riley, you need to go to the office.
She did a lot of stuff. Notice she never
Throw
went to
away.
AEP. She always in
I
school.
know.
Never suspended. Never.
She never in soccer or anything like that. And if she was, nobody knew about it.
She didn't stay there long.
Oh no, she's there half a day. Guys, leave.
She be farting up a storm in there one time. Oh my gosh,
She could clear a room. See, you would. She
Sorry,
was sitting
Joe,
there.
pull the fire alarm.
I know.
You got to go.
That girl's crazy. She spoke what she had to speak and then give a damn
care.
thought of what they thought.
I don't give a damn.
I
It
remember
was
she
right.
took my jacket. She took my camo jacket, man. I got a double XL jacket. But we were sitting one night around the bonfire, man. It was like 20 degrees outside. I was sitting there freezing. And she was like, are you cold? I was like, I'm freezing. She's like, come sit in my lap. I'll warm you up. I was like, oh no, I freeze. I sat there, man. I moved up my chair. I was like this close to the fire. I was sitting there. I'm like, she's like, I'll be right back. Go to her truck and get a daggone blanket. I was like, where'd she actually get a blanket? Give me back my jacket, sit there, her blanket all covered up in the freaking lawn chair.
He's only a minute.
Yeah, I actually gotta put it on the
I miss her.
Mom, I miss her. But she's never stopped.
There'll never be another Riley. I swear, she's not a friend.
But the best thing you do is not cry because she'll tell you, you better stop crying and get my son start cleaning up your ass. I'll give you something to cry about.
Bitch. Being a
You
bitch.
need to push my dick bigger than yours. You better stop crying.
I know. Funniest thing, man. I cut my hand open working up at the store with a duck razor blade. I was cutting boxes open and she come up into the store. What happened to you? I cut my hand open. Is it bleeding? Yeah. Let me see. I was like, oh! No! Got like 6 band-aids wrapped around it, some gauze, tape, and everything, man. Like blood still goes out of my hand. You gonna go to the doctor? Thinking about it, doctor's for pussies. I'm like, do what? I think it's gonna bruise. Who gives a damn if it bruises, boy? I cut my hand off and I still go about my day. You pussy, my dick's bigger than yours. I'm like, Riley, are you kidding? My hand is cut open. My dick's still bigger than yours. Walk off. I remember she come up into my work one day and had a CD case, man. And threw that thing at me, hit me right in the forehead. I'm like, what was that about? She's like, look at it. Pick it up off the counter. Pick up that thing. Man, she had done burnt me a CD with like every song that we had ever listened to, like us as friends and everything. Had like 2 CDs in there, like back to back. Had like 30 different songs. And she had it labeled on there, like every song, like which track number it was. Shit, love Riley, man. I still got that thing in my truck. Man, keep that thing in my glove box. Ain't got no scratches on it. It plays perfect. Remember me and her up at the rodeo. Be up there, Kevin Fowler.
Oh God, her and Kevin Fowler.
She'd be up there screaming the words, man. Didn't even know half the lyrics, but man, she'd be screaming. I mean, just balls to the wall.
It was in Crockett, and Kevin Fowler and these 2 guys were about to fight, and Riley broke them apart. She pushed them apart, and Kevin Fowler started yelling at her. She said, "We don't need that stuff here." And she turned around. She said, "What?" She said a bunch of stuff at the one in Crockett.
Tell you what, man. Go to Kevin Fowler and Crosby with that girl. Oh, Lord.
She pushed her way to the front.
She pushed her way.
Oh, she pushed. She bulldozed.
No. This is a different meaning to push. Get out the way.
Get out.
That's my man up there. That's my man singing. You better get out the way. I'm like, Riley, chill.
I got front row seat.
I was sitting there dancing with like the girl I'm dating at the time. She reached over her shoulder, taking pictures and everything. I'm getting blinded. I'm like, just, there won't ever be a dull moment with her.
We were going to Walmart and we were playing tag. It was a couple people. And they didn't want to play because they were going to get kicked out. Riley's like, I don't give a crap. Let's play this. And the manager goes, ma'am, you can't run around the store doing this. She goes, what did you just say to me? And he goes, you can't be just running around the store riding the bikes and messing all the toys up. She goes, I'll do whatever I want to feel like I want to do it. And walked off. The manager was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away.
I'm just gonna walk this way. And he's on his radio and he's on. There's this girl that just talked back to me. I've never had someone talk back to me like this. And that was like the funnest moment I had with Riley when she sat there and standing up for her. She was just like, I ain't doing, I'm doing what I want to do.
We've been talking for an hour.
It's about that time.
About that time.
You know,
Say our
it's-
final goodbye.
It's not
No,
goodbye,
it's
it's
not
hello.
goodbye.
Yeah,
No,
say
there-
goodbye.
She always be here with us.
There'll never be a goodbye.
It's not
It's just,
goodbye,
you know,
it's
we're
hello,
gonna miss
see
you.
around.
She's saving a spot. I'm talking fishing poles up there. Okay, welcome to heaven.
Here's
She
your
gonna
fishing
be
pole.
at the gate,
Here's
man.
your fishing pole.
I
And your
bet first
beer
thing she
and
do-
your dip. Are you gonna use that dip? Can I have that?
That's the first thing she went to start these. Got any dip?
You gotta be dip.
It's been a long ride up.
No. I remember she come up to me. You're 18, right? Yeah. She's like, will you buy me a can of dip? I'm like, Riley, I'm going to jail for you. She's like, but you love me. I'm like, I do love you. Yeah, Dan, whatever. Go into the store, buy her a can of dip. She's like, did you get me the right kind? I'm like, yeah, I think so. This is the wrong one! Going at your feet, I was like, you're going to dip that no matter what. I just paid my money for that. No, I'm not. I'm like, whatever, fine. Go back in the store, buy another can. Oh, that's the good one. Put half that
Half
thing
on
in
his
her
car was
mouth.
like, that was $4 right there.
All right, that was $5.47. Half of it's gone.
I think you're the only one that could argue with her without her getting.
I know.
You'd argue with her, but any of us can argue with her.
She would chase us.
I know. She would just tell me, she was like, just look at you funny. I'm like, I ain't playing games with you. So we are not doing this. All right, fine. Whatever. You win. I only won like 5 times total with her. Ever. We argued, I guarantee, 10 million times. I won 5.
If that.
She loved to argue. She argued with
I know. She would argue with a freaking statue. Oh, you made out of clay? I don't care. You still look dumb.
knock your ass down.
Oh, you think you're big and bad? See if I don't knock your ass off. But it's not even a thing of that she's gone or anything. It's we're just we love her to death, and we're gonna miss her forever. And there will never be another Riley.
Every time I think of Nikki, I even think of Riley. Just and
No,
Walmart.
it's-
She knocked all the freaking shows
It hurt
down.
enough whenever the schools got split and we quit hanging out. And
Oh
We
my god,
didn't
see my clit.
I know it's not even we quit hanging out. It's just I didn't get to see her every day. I think the most entertaining part of my day coming to school was where's Riley.
Hey,
It was
no,
kinda- it
no.
was-
Where's Riley gonna find
Where's
me?
Riley?
Yeah, where's Riley gonna find me? I'll be walking the hall. Clint!
Oh, there she is.
Not fucking
There's
fun.
Riley! Going with Riley to Walmart was the deli section.
She's got
She go over there. I want to check in,
macaroni.
macaroni, I want some French fries, and have like a bag full of crap just walking through, eating it.
What do you pay for it? When she's done
It's like,
throwing it
wrap
away?
it up and throw it on the counter. I have to eat one night for her birthday. She paid for me on her birthday.
Like, I pay for you.
I'm talking like we ate steaks, man. Like nothing no cheaper, nothing like we ate steaks, both of us. And she sat there and she argued with the waiter. Guy coming here. Here you go, ma'am. Here's your steak. Here's your steak, sir. Da da da. Here's your sides. Here's your mashed potatoes. She took one bite of that steak. I don't like it. I'm like, Riley, what's wrong with it? Like, please don't do this. Please, just eat your steak, please. I don't want this. It's not cooked right. And she'd be screaming. Manager would be looking at her like, can I do anything for you? Can I
Let me
take
go
it
fix
back?
that.
You want me to cook it longer? You want me to go get you another one? What's wrong with it? It's burnt. And then they'd bring her one that was like mooing, man. I mean, just like raw. And she's like, that's not cooked long enough. Take it back. I mean, like 6 times in the same night. And then when she finally got one she liked, drenched that thing in ketchup. Ketchup? I'm like, Riley, you ruined your steak. I'd ate it burnt before I ate it like that. No. She's like, you don't tell me how to eat my steak. You just enjoy yours, lover boy. That's all you got to do. Like, yes, ma'am.
All right, you paying for it. I'm gonna eat
I'm
it.
like, all right, fine. Sitting there eating like a 16-ounce sirloin. She's like, does it taste good? I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's like, good. I'm glad you like it.